I'm Rachel McNeil from Local 2. You're watching Carib Scene on CAHFT TV. Keep it Irie, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful evening it is. I'm pleased to be here in Houston where it's not too hot and it's not raining. First, let me extend to you the warmest greetings from the government and people of Jamaica. My wife and I are grateful for your hospitality, and I must tell you, we feel very at home here in Houston.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Carib Scene on CAHFT TV. I have the pleasure to be in the heart of Houston, downtown Houston, in the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the independence of Jamaica. Don't leave, stay tuned, because I'll bring you the best of the best. From food, music, dance, and an incredible celebration of 50 years of sovereignty, a nation that celebrates proudly in the heart of Houston.
Representatives of the other Caribbean islands, distinguished guests, friends, and neighbors, welcome to our celebration of Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence from Great Britain. Tonight, we have some special people in our midst who I would love to recognize. We have the immediate past Honorary Consul of Jamaica, past President of the Jamaica Foundation of Houston, Mrs. Beverly Ford, and her husband, Mrs. Ford, if you would stand. We have the President of the St. Lucia Association of Houston, Ms. Andrea Jean-Baptiste. Thank you. The members of the organizing committee and the Board of Directors of Jamaica Foundation of Houston. Let's see the organizing committee first. Would you stand, please? And the members of the Board of Directors of Jamaica Foundation of Houston, would you stand? If you stood before, you can still stand. Thank you. I hope Tonight will be a special and memorable occasion to all in attendance as we enjoy the performance of Jamaica's #1 party band, Fab Five, after dinner and focus on Jamaica's rich culture. Thank you.
Hello everyone, we continue to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Jamaican independence. We're here with Errol, one of the people that made this event possible, board member of the Jamaican Foundation of Houston. Errol, thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you.
Tell me about this magnificent event that we're having here today.
Well, we decided to do it on this date, the 28th, because a lot of people want to go home, not only for Jamaica's independence, but also for Emancipation Day, which is August 1st. Not many people really talk about that, but that's a very important event in Jamaica as well. And we have a lot of athletes over in England getting ready to big it up over there. And we have this, all the transplants, Jamaicans who live here, and friends of Jamaicans, as well as from all the other Caribbean islands. This is a great event that we are very proud of.
And yes, definitely, many people will be traveling back to Jamaica to celebrate in August the 6th, the original celebration, as well, and in August the 1st, the Emancipation. So today, on the 28th of July, we're here in the heart of Houston, celebrating a little bit earlier, but celebrating Jamaican independence. Tell me how this event came about.
Well, we have an event every year, the Jamaica Foundation, to raise money for scholarships and so forth. So we always do an Independence Gala, but this one is special because of the 50th, the Golden Jubilee of Jamaica's independence. And we are very happy to have all of these smiling faces out, and I hope everybody have a good time. We have Fabulous Five already in there getting ready to kick it off, so it's going to be a great occasion.
As you hear the music, the food, the culture, everything that keeps us united. You mentioned that the Jamaican Foundation of Houston provides scholarships for students of Caribbean descent, correct?
Right. Well, we're a 501(c), so the scholarships are open to everyone of merit academically, as well as we look at other things, including their fellowship, citizenship in the community and so forth. So it's open to anyone who is in college or who is college bound, who this past year we gave away 11 scholarships of $1,000. Now I have a child in college, so I know how expensive that is.
Yes,
so $1,000, like we say in Jamaica, one Coke or full basket. The literal translation of that is every little bit counts, okay?
Especially if you're pursuing a higher education.
Yes, and that's one of the things that we really push, because education is the key to the fulfillment of any one of our endeavors, and I think it's incumbent upon all of us to make sure that these young people at least get a chance to go to college, and if they do, give them a helping hand.
Definitely, and we're very proud to support and say that a lot of our Caribbean descent people and students work very hard to continue pursuing their dreams and their education.
I love that fun, and I get my amen from the that's allotted me to speak, it is impossible for me to inform you of the accomplishments of the Jamaica Foundation of Houston. I'm not going to tell you about the trailers of medical equipment and supplies, or computers, or books, or disaster relief that has been sent to Jamaica, nor am I going to tell you about the over 200 scholarships that they awarded to college-bound students. What I'm going to tell you about is a project that we participated in. In collaboration with the University of St. Thomas, we brought 3 teachers from Jamaica to be trained in teaching dyslexic children. They completed their program and returned to Jamaica, and in turn trained 24 teachers across the island. Now, I think that's making a difference. It may be small, but it is a difference. And I appeal to you to join us by becoming a member, a donor, a volunteer, so we can all be part of a solution. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the architects of our country's destiny, whether near or far, by recognizing and standing in the principles of service, integrity, love of our land and its people. We can further our goals. There is no separation between political, social, spiritual, or business endeavors when each is an expression of service. Through the selfless generosity of folks like Mr. Clinton Wong, Mr. Eric Johnson, and Ms. Dawn Profit of Randall's, donors of auction items, sponsors, media, advertisers, business owners, social clubs, all help to contribute that we are out of many, one people. Folks, we have a problem. These beautiful arrangements, these centerpieces, were donated by Randall's. They have donated these centerpieces several years to our Gala. And we've got to do something with them after this event is over. We can take them to hospitals, we can take them to nursing homes, but the problem arises, we need volunteers. So if you're not willing to volunteer, I would ask you to purchase one of these arrangements to take home with you. We are selling them for much less than they are worth. And the proceeds from this sale will go to the scholarship fund. With that said, it is with deep gratitude that I thank the Westin for hosting us once again. I thank Ms. Gloria Campbell and Mrs. Sharon Anglin for coordinating the entertainment which will be presented later in the program. I thank Fab 5 for the musical memories to come. I thank my team. I can't say enough of this lady, Mrs. Beverly Ford, Mrs. Daria Taylor, Ms. Darnett Hill, Mr. Arnold Richards, and Ms. Paula Foster for assisting in putting on this event. I thank the board of the Jamaica Foundation of Houston for the honor and privilege to serve as Gala Chair. And most of all, to all who volunteered, you are priceless. Have a great time and enjoy the evening.
Thank you. And now I'd like to invite up Mr. Clinton Wong, who is the owner of Skymark Development Company. They do residential, commercial, mixed-use properties, both here in the Houston area as well as over in Jamaica. And of course, he is a very well-known, longtime supporter of the Jamaica Foundation of Houston. Please welcome Mr. Clinton Wong.
Thank you, Rachel. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to be with you tonight to celebrate Jamaica Golden Jubilee, 50 years of independence. Jamaica has been successful in maintaining a healthy democracy over the last 50 years and establishing a stable political system, respected educational institutions, and world-class athletes, as you will witness coming 2 weeks. It is worthwhile mentioning too, checking out some of the statistics. Of the 200 odd countries that participating in the Olympics, Jamaica will rank in the top 17 countries with the most gold medals. Jamaica today has experienced a few bumps, and like many other countries, will continue to rely on strong leadership to overcome the present economic challenges. It is indeed a privilege to introduce to you our guest of honor, the Honorable Anthony Hilton, Jamaica Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Minister Hilton is a lawyer and businessman who served as a member of Parliament since 1993. In addition to his ministerial portfolio, Minister Hilton is the Deputy Chairman of the People's National Party and Chairman of the Institute of Law and Economics and the Commercial Division of the Coffee Industry Board. He also served as the Ambassador and Special Envoy for the Most Honorable Prime Minister P.J. Patterson. I can assure you the next speaker is a strong leader with great macroeconomic vision and has tremendous plans for Jamaica's future. Please join with me warmly to welcome the Honorable Anthony Hilton.
Thank you, Mr. Wong. The President of the Jamaica Foundation, Mr. Cleveland Harris, the members of the Foundation, Honorary Consul of Jamaica in Houston, Mr. Omar Fullerton, Ms. Ina Foster, Chair of the Gala Committee, Mr. Arnold Richards, Vice President of the committee, and let me recognize, especially among us this evening, Mr. Colin Garvey, the grandson of our national hero, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I'd like also to recognize Mrs. Beverly Ford for a tremendous job of work over the years. I could not, on this my first occasion at your gala in Houston, not recognize the tremendous work Mrs. Ford has done over the years. But ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful evening it is. I'm pleased to be here in Houston where it's not too hot and it's not raining. First, let me extend to you the warmest greetings from the government and people of Jamaica. My wife and I are grateful for your hospitality, and I must tell you, we feel very at home here in Houston. Like all of you, Jamaicans at home and across the diaspora are preparing to celebrate the 50th anniversary of our beloved country. 50 years is not a lot of time when viewed on the scale of human history and when compared to the history of many civilizations. Yet, it represents 1/2 of a century of independence for our country. Our nation has grown during this period and is still growing up, despite the many challenges in today's globalized world. Jamaica is small in size, but huge in its achievements and accomplishments. We have competed against the best of the best in sports, the arts, science and technology, and academia, and in many cases have outclassed and outperformed those who have had the benefit of cutting-edge technology and unlimited resources. But even as we celebrate our achievements, as a nation, we do not rest on our laurels. At 50, we take pride in our strength, but also reflect on our weaknesses. We celebrate the qualities which have made us great, while we introspect on those things which have operated as impediments to the realization of our full potential as a nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in an era of ever-changing global environment, and in this milestone year, it is imperative that we move our country onto a path towards attaining a new stage of sustained growth and development. This is important. In fact, it is critical if we are to turn the Jamaican economy around and have Jamaica occupy its rightful position in the global value chain. It might be useful at this juncture to highlight some of the glorious things that have been accomplished by our nation so far. As was mentioned earlier, our democracy is one of which we should be justly proud. We have built a political culture based on the respect for the rule of law, and this is no simple achievement given our economic and social challenges. Even in the worst of times, the change of political power from one party to the next has always respected the wishes of our electorate. As a fledgling independent nation, we have been able to establish a highly enviable global brand. We have made our mark on the world in many areas, and our impact has been nothing short of phenomenal. The Jamaican brand is so strong that in many instances, by claiming that you are Jamaican, doors which were hitherto shut suddenly open. Indeed, there are many instances when some of our neighboring islands have felt overshadowed when their nationals have been asked, "Where in Jamaica is that?" From a predominantly agricultural economy during the pre-independence period, Jamaica's economy has diversified to include a vibrant mining sector, manufacturing, and a world-class tourism sector. Today, the economy is heavily dependent on services. The advances in the scientific and technological revolution in a globalizing world continue to bring about new economic and business opportunities that we must recognize and be prepared to capitalize on. What is clear is that Jamaica's future lies in how best we can integrate into the global economy and be prepared to take advantage of the many and varied opportunities that are emerging from the changes associated with the process of globalization. Without a doubt, the past few years have been particularly challenging for our country, given the broader global economic dynamics. Despite these challenges, we are constantly figuring out how best to navigate the future to secure a better life for our children and their children. We will be judged by posterity and how we managed their future. Those of us who live in Jamaica continue to work diligently to get things done, but we need your support. We need to join hands, work together to forge lasting partnerships which will result in sustainable economic growth and development, and consequently, a brighter future for all Jamaicans at home and abroad. Have you ever heard the Jamaican proverb which says, "We'll do it together"? Well, in order to move Jamaica onto a path of sustained economic growth, the two hands, that is Jamaicans at home and Jamaicans in the diaspora, will have to come together to clap. As the whole Ashanti saying goes, if you want to walk fast, go alone. But if you want to walk far, go together. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to recognize the good work of the Jamaica Foundation of Houston and applaud your efforts to improve the lives of the less fortunate and the socially and economically disadvantaged. This work must continue as it reflects our innate humanism and sense of social responsibility. Notwithstanding the many initiatives and projects that seek to uplift the lives of others, I would like to encourage even more efforts that aim at doing well. We must find ways and take advantage of the opportunities to do well while doing good. As the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, I fervently believe that Jamaicans in the diaspora must be an integral part of the efforts to reshape Jamaica's economic future. What this means, therefore, is a more deliberate, calculated effort on the part of the government to engage the diaspora, to engage you. While much progress has been made over the years in that regard, we still need to do more in areas such as trade and the expansion and strengthening of the mechanism to channel greater diaspora investments into Jamaica's economy. The future development of our country calls for a new kind of partnership with the diaspora community. This new partnership must be grounded in substance and rooted in the real possibilities to design and create the future that is envisioned in Vision 2030, the National Economic Development Plan. The vision is to make Jamaica, and I quote, "the place to live, work, and raise family," end quote. Those of you who can dream of this future and the vision that underpins it, I extend to you much encouragement. To dream of this future is to have hope, and this is not a hope that is hollow or empty. I say dream on because your dream might be much closer to reality than you imagine.
Wave your flags. Let me see you wave your flags.
Hello everyone. We continue to be in the heart of Houston, celebrating Jamaica's 50th anniversary of their independence. I have the honor to have with me the Honorable Anthony Hilton, Minister of Commerce, Investment and Industrial of Jamaica. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
Coming from Jamaica, celebrating here in Houston today, the independence, how does that feel for you?
It's a wonderful feeling because it makes a statement that Jamaicans everywhere are celebrating our independence. It's not just Jamaicans at home, it is Jamaican in the diaspora. And it's a great opportunity for us to build and maintain that link between Jamaica and its diaspora.
Celebrating here in Houston today, going to London to support the Jamaica team in the Olympics, and then going home to celebrate Jamaica's independence. Long travel, long ways. How exciting.
Well, it's an exciting period. Being in London, though, I should point out, is also part of building brand Jamaica in England and throughout the world, because London will be a massive stage on which I think Jamaica will continue to demonstrate its diversity, not only in athletics, but there are business opportunities in tourism and other investment opportunities.
And right now, I keep hearing in the news different opinions and different comments regarding of who owns the Caribbean Sea. There is the discovery of a lot of minerals in our Caribbean Sea. What is your opinion or your perception in regards to what is going on in this area, in this matter?
Well, to the extent that there's controversy, it can only be because some person, namely the United States and the United States Congress in particular, have not accepted that the fundamental principles underlying the treaty, the Law of the Sea Treaty that was negotiated in the 1980s, which made the sea particularly and the seabed the common heritage of mankind. It also transformed and extended the jurisdiction of the states that have bordered the Caribbean Sea to include a 200-mile economic zone, exclusive economic zone. And so, apart from the right of passage, the international right of passage of ships and submarines and that sort of thing, in a practical way, the economic activity of both shipping and on the seabed belong to the states that borders the Caribbean Sea. And that is enshrined in the Law of the Sea Treaty, which the United States is one of the few countries that yet to sign the Law of the Sea Treaty. And that's the only basis for a controversy, because most of humanity and the countries of the world have accepted the principles underlying the Law of the Sea Treaty.
Okay, so as you said, it's a big controversy raising up, and we shall see how everything turns out.
We shall see.
You mentioned the economic development of our Caribbean islands. For many, many years, the strongest point of the economic base of the majority of the Caribbean island has been tourism. So with the turn of how the global economy and all the difficulties in the economy, we've seen a shift to a lower turnout for tourism that has made our economic development in our islands have to turn different ways for economic push and things like that. How has Jamaica faced this lower in the tourism, say?
Well, as you've indicated, it has been a challenge. The shift in global trade has been a challenge for every country in the world. Jamaica is no different. We have had to look at tourism and to transform that into the different aspects of tourism, so that I spoke tonight not only about the tourism of sun, sand and sea, but the other opportunities that tourism represents such as health tourism, heritage tourism, sports tourism that it represents. But also to point out that for us in Jamaica, we are now looking at the linkages, deepening the backwards and forward linkages between tourism and the other sectors of our economy, like agriculture, like sports, as I said, and tourism, to make sure that there is a link between those, so that even as tourism remains for most of us a key and important driver of development, that there's a better linkage with the rest of the economy. Apart from that, in the case of Jamaica, we have, I believe, and I think it's confirmed, that Jamaica has a glorious opportunity with the expansion of the Panama Canal to grow itself and to position itself as a major logistic hub, deep linking Jamaica further into the global supply chain. It's a major undertaking, but one we are determined to take advantage of, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to lead that process.
And it's interesting to me to hear that you keep mentioning linkage, and the word linkage, what comes to mind to me is unity.
Yes.
And just like in culture, we see that unity and embracing each other and keeping us united, same thing with the economic development.
Indeed.
In order for us as Caribbean nations to continue to move forward, we need to be united.
Yes, I made a point. I quoted in my speech the old Ashanti saying, which is that if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together.
Thank you so much for sharing these words with us today, your point of view, your perception of what's going on out there and how we can, as Caribbean nations, stick together so we can continue to grow. It's been a pleasure.
In the Caribbean, the best day for the Caribbean is ahead of it.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And now we can go dance.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Everyone, this is Ana Valenzuela. We continue to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jamaica. Lots of music, lots of culture, lots of information we have gathered tonight. And I have the honor to have with me Ms. Rachel McNeil. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here. Let me know, how does it feel to be celebrating Jamaica independence here in the heart of Houston?
It's so exciting for me because I feel like I'm a true jam Texan. I grew up here in Houston. I came here at the age of 4, but my roots are still very much in Jamaica. I was born in Kingston, and my family came here when I was 4 years old, and so we grew up here, but still all my family, extended family, is still back in Jamaica. So we go back twice a year, and that's still home.
Exactly, and that goes back to what we always say, embrace your culture, whatever you are. And it's a matter of continuing the unity, continuing to celebrate, does not matter what part of the world we are. Rachel, Jamaica independence next week in Jamaica, today here in Houston. What does it mean to the Jamaican community and the whole Caribbean for this event to be taking place here today?
Well, I think you would never think that there are so many Jamaicans here in Houston, but we do have a very large, robust community, and we're strong, and we know each other, and I really grew up with a lot of people that you see here tonight, and they really are my family here in Houston. They're my aunts and uncles that I grew up with, so it's nice to have this community when you're away from your home island.
Excellent. Community, family, long distance, all that brings us together. Diversity. One of the biggest things here in the city of Houston. I'm Dominican. I'm from the Dominican Republic. I'm here celebrating Jamaica's independence. For me, it means the whole world. It means learning another culture, going back to my house here and being able to share what I learned today. So when you come to this event and being that you are always helping the community and always providing information, what does it mean for you to be here and sharing not only with Jamaicans but with people as me, Dominicans, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Panama, Colombia? I see them inside. What does that tell you?
I just love being part of the Caribbean heritage. I mean, we're just such interesting people, I find, and not only colorful and exciting and these vibrant personalities, but it is wonderful for me that we all get together and we celebrate each other and we recognize the beauty of each other's cultures. And I think Jamaica is a very strong culture, the Dominican's a strong culture, and I enjoy traveling through different islands and seeing what brings us together and the similarities we have and appreciating the differences as well. And so for us, Jamaica being such a young country, only 50 years independent, other countries as well in the Caribbean share that young
democracy, and it's great that we can get together and support each other and celebrate a huge event like this Jubilee.
Excellent, excellent. Celebration, unity, culture, bring us together. Finally, let me know, what message do you send out there for all of the communities to continue to stay together and embrace our culture?
I think the best thing we can do is to help each other as Caribbean islands. We definitely are spread out. All of us live in different parts of the world, but what ties us together are our roots and our culture. And so we really need to try to help each other and recognize when we see other people in different industries that have that kind of same heritage, to really try to lift each other up and remember where we came from, but also look to where we're going.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It's been an honor. We're going to continue to celebrate and embrace today, Jamaica's 50th anniversary of their independence. Tomorrow, who knows where we're gonna be, but you know that whatever is, CAHFT TV is always there. We continue to celebrate here in the heart of Houston the 50th anniversary of Jamaica independence. With me, I have Chris Walkers, the CEO of Soul Rebels Productions and the presenter of First Friday Caribbean Style.
Yes.
Thank you for being here with us tonight. Please tell me, how does it feel to be celebrating Jamaica's independence here in Houston tonight?
It's a momentous occasion. Jamaica, for 50 years, we're a very small island, but we've had a dominant presence on world culture. From our music, reggae music, from sports, from Usain Bolt and all those people. So if you look at a map of Jamaica, if you look at a map of the globe, you see Jamaica is just a small island on that globe. But we've had a very dominant influence on world culture. So as a Jamaican, I am proud. I'm glad we've lived to see 50 years. We have a long way to go. So in the next 50 years, I hope for a whole lot more for Jamaica. So overall, I'm proud, but we have a long way to go.
Exactly, and as Caribbeans, we're always proud of where we come from, what we've done, and we can be a little bit small piece of land, but we have an excellent influence on everything else that happens here in the United States and around the world. Jamaica is celebrating independence next week, August the 6th. I was told that the emancipation happens August the 1st. Today here in Houston, 50th anniversary of Jamaica's independence. What does that mean for the Jamaican community here in Houston?
For the Jamaican community, I've lived in Houston for 30 years. And as someone who has left Jamaica a long time ago, I'm very still connected to Jamaica. So to have another community of people here in Houston who love Jamaica as I do, but we happen to live elsewhere. Jamaica in and of itself is about almost 3 million people. But around the world, throughout the US, throughout the UK, there are Jamaicans everywhere. So to have a community of Jamaicans here in the city of Houston who celebrate in this beautiful hotel with beautiful people and wonderful food and drinks and everything, it's a great thing. So I'm happy to be a part of the Jamaica Foundation of Houston and happy to celebrate our 50th independence among other upstanding Jamaicans within the city of Houston.
Excellent. And one of the most outstanding things that I have noticed tonight, and this is not only Jamaicans celebrating here, you have people from Panama, Colombia, Dominican Republic, San Lucia, San Kitts and Nevis, and if I keep going, I will probably find a whole lot more. So that identifies the unity, the support of the Caribbean community.
I agree 100%. At our table, there are 2 Jamaicans at our table, some Guyanese, some Bahamians, and they're people from all over. So this is a big deal, not just for Jamaica, but I'm glad to see people throughout the Caribbean community come forth and support it. Just like as we support other Caribbean nations as well. It's glad to see them here supporting it because it's a big deal to us, and I'm glad to see that others would like to be a part of it as well.
Exactly.
So it's wonderful.
In order for us to stay together and continue to embrace our culture, unity is the biggest word that you can find out there.
Of course, that's right.
Now, Chris, talk to me about this First Friday Caribbean Style honoring Jamaica 50th anniversary.
Yeah, First Friday's Caribbean Style. It's an event that my company, Soul Rebel Productions, we've been doing. This September will make 8 years since we've been doing it. So on this First Friday, August 3rd, we'll be celebrating Jamaican independence. So we have the longest running monthly Caribbean event here in the city. So we will start off, we'll have a Caribbean band, we have a reggae band playing early on with free Caribbean food from 7 to 11 o'clock. Galaxy Band, Kurt Simeon, they're a great band, come out and enjoy it, you know, earlier on. And then after that, it's a Caribbean party. It's a party on the outside, a party on the inside. We have DJs inside playing dancehall and soca, and we party like we do in the Caribbean. So it's the best Caribbean party in the city. We've been doing it for 8 years, and the city of Houston has been great to us, and they continue to support it. So we invite everybody out, you know, wherever you're from. If you're American, you're Nigerian, St. Lucian, Dominican, whatever, come out and celebrate. It's a big deal. Jamaica's 50th independence, and Houston has been great to us, and we look forward to seeing everybody come out on that day.
Well, we're going to start partying tonight, and we're going to roll it over all the way until next week.
That's right.
Where is this going to take place, Chris?
This is at Uptown Hookah Bar. It's the address is 5706 Richmond in Houston, Texas. It's a lovely location. They've been great to us. We've been there for about 3 years. So I invite everybody to come on out. It's going to be a great time.
Well, now
you do not want to miss it.
You definitely don't want to miss it. You've seen the music, you've seen the food, you see the laughter, you've seen the performance, you heard a lot of information about economics, about how can we continue to embrace our culture. So start today and the celebration on August the 3rd, First Friday, Uptown Hookah Bar.
And will you be there?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
We'll see you there.
Definitely. CAHFT will be there. And continue to enjoy. Chris, thank you so much for sharing this word with us.
Thank you for having this conversation with me. It was enlightening.
Perfect. So continue to embrace your culture. We'll continue to bring you everything that has to do with tonight.
Big up, CAHFT.
Hello, everyone. We continue in the heart of Houston, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jamaica independence. I have the honor to have with me an honorary consul in Houston, of Jamaica in Houston, Honorary Consul Fulton. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Please let me know, what does it feel to be celebrating 50 years of independence of Jamaica here in Houston?
It does feel great, and to celebrate it, especially in Houston. You know, I was born before independence, but as a child, I saw, you know, I was able to meet some of the great leaders like Michael Manley after independence. But it's just great that Jamaica is 50 years on August 6, 2012. It's just a great feeling.
Excellent. And having that deeply in your heart that you experienced the best of both worlds, we'll say.
Yeah.
Before independence and now 50 years after independence.
Yeah, we have just, it's great, you know, seeing Jamaica. I mean, it's young, 50 years old is young. However, we have made a lot of progress. We have a lot to go. You know, we have a long road to go. But as a young country, we have made a lot of progress.
Have done a lot, and have a lot more to go.
A lot more to go.
So stay tuned for everything else that Jamaica will continue to bring to Houston, to Jamaica, and to the world. Honorary Consul, I would like to ask you, what is your role in the community here in Houston? What does the Honorary Consul do?
My role is to protect the interests of the Jamaican people in Texas, and also to promote the Jamaican government. We promote investment, trade, and we try to foster relationship within Texas and the Houston community with all the different communities and business and government leaders.
So your role is basically you're the middle person between Houston, Texas, and back home.
Yes.
Excellent,
yes.
Excellent. Where is the Jamaican Consul General located?
We're located at 6001 Savoy Drive, Suite 509.
Okay.
Houston, Texas, 77036.
Excellent. And can you share with me a little bit more of the role of yours of being able to connect and be able to fill in the dots between Houston, the Jamaican community here, and the rest of the world and the rest of the United States?
In terms of the fill in the dots?
In terms of connecting economically, culturally?
Yeah, we all intertwined. Is intertwined because even as an honorary counsel in Houston, I get to meet people from Latin America, from Africa, from Europe. You know, they come to the office, and different businesses that are doing business in Jamaica, they're doing business there. Sometimes they need visas for their employees to go there and work, and I make sure, you know, we facilitate that. And in terms of the people, you know, a lot of people have been to Jamaica and they enjoy it, and I just like meeting the different people in the Houston area.
Very good. A very important role in connecting those dots between the Jamaican culture, the government, the economic development, and the rest of the world.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you here. I know you're probably getting ready to go dance and continue to enjoy. Good evening, everyone. We continue to be in the heart of Houston, celebrating Jamaica 50th Independence Anniversary. And I have here with me Miss Jamaica Independence 2012, Lydia. Lydia, thank you for being here with us today. How do you feel to be representing the so many queens of Jamaica in today's event?
It's actually quite an honor. All my life I've wanted to do something like this, and 50 years is a goal that many countries is just trying to reach, and Jamaica of all countries is just amazing. So.
And I'm glad you're here with us today, and representing beauty, representing culture, representing unity. Lydia, you told me you were born here in the United States, but you proudly told me I'm full-blooded Jamaican.
Yes.
Let me know, what does it mean for you to be able to celebrate 50 years of independence here in the heart of Houston?
Even though I was born in America, I feel just as Jamaican as anyone else. Both of my parents were born in Jamaica, but it doesn't really change the way I feel. It is my country no matter where I was born. So.
Excellent. And you see, everywhere we are, we have to represent and feel our Caribbean blood. Yes. It's in us, our culture, our food, our music. It's just you can't deny it.
Yes, most definitely agree. So.
Talk to me a little bit more about the event today, what it's going on, what we should expect to see.
Well, this is from the Jamaica Foundation of Houston. It's 50 years, it's a celebration. They have one going on in Jamaica, but this is the Houston version. We're just kind of all trying to get together and just celebrate this milestone that many countries just really are excited to celebrate, Jamaica being one of them for sure.
Of course, and as again, you hear the music inside, you see everybody, eating, enjoying our tradition, our Caribbean heritage.
Most definitely. I can't wait to get some of that food myself.
Well, I'm going to let Lydia go inside and enjoy the food, enjoy the music, and continue to celebrate our Caribbean heritage here in Houston with the Association of Jamaica. Thank you.
Bye.
Hello, Houston. So far, I had a blast celebrating Jamaica's 50th anniversary. And I have the pleasure to have with me Amanda, one of the responsible people for having this event the way that it is. Thank you for being here tonight with me. Tell me, what was the process of getting the 50th anniversary of Jamaica here in Houston today?
Well, this is an event that we do annually, year after year, so it was more of a matter of just turning up the heat and making it that much more special because it is our 50th year of anniversary from Jamaica to Houston, and getting just the culture and all of the people together, and it falls in place beautifully, with the right help and support group.
Exactly, and when you say the right help and support group, it comes to mind unity, cooperation,
exactly,
embracing our culture, and having all of those things that makes us Caribbean.
Exactly.
Great. Talk to me about the Jamaican Foundation of Texas. What are some of the things that annually you do, and how can people get involved to support the Jamaican Foundation?
Well, one of the most important things we do, and all of the proceeds from this event goes directly into our scholarship fund. Annually, we give $10,000 in scholarships every year, in the form of 10 different $1,000 scholarships to different individuals that are going to colleges in Texas. And we've actually had applicants all the way from even Florida and Virginia. So we are branching out. We're doing a lot of things. Like even this year we decided to accept associate degrees as well as the 4-year education. So there's a lot we're doing with that. Other than the scholarship fund.
Oh, sorry.
How are you? Other than the scholarship fund, the Jamaica Foundation of Houston also makes sure that we keep that rich culture in Houston, make sure that it's not lost, because a lot of countries do come to the United States, and as Jamaicans, we don't necessarily have the huge culture barrier to where we need to stick together. So it's throwing events such as the Gala, such as the festival that we did in Galveston, many things that the Jamaica Foundation of Houston does to bring the community together. So
and what I'm hearing, it's embracing the culture and giving the opportunity to those students, not only with 4-year degrees, but also having associates that want to continue to expand their education.
Exactly.
And could possibly don't have the means to support their education, but the Jamaica Foundation of Houston is providing those means for them. Excellent.
Right. And everything's online if you wanted to find out more information about the foundation itself, donating, proceeds, becoming an actual member, because we have meetings once a month, and it's JamaicaFoundationofHouston.org, not necessarily .com.
Excellent. So there you go. If you want more information about everything that the Jamaican Foundation of Houston is doing, go to www.JamaicaFoundationofHouston.org.
Exactly.
Now, one thing that I'm curious to know about is, I'm hearing the music inside. I see a lot of different faces. I see people from all different countries, supporting and embracing our culture and celebrating here. So what does it mean for you as Jamaican that you see all of the diversity here supporting Jamaica today?
I absolutely love it. It just brings it that much closer to my heart, everything that I do with this nonprofit organization, because Jamaica itself is such a diverse island, such a diverse land. So just bringing that into the United States and displaying that culture to people who know of Jamaica, have relations to somebody who has that Jamaican background, and we're doing a lot of education in and of itself, as well as to what Jamaica really means, because there's the hype and stereotype, and then there's the actual homeland and what it is. So it's a lot. It's a great long process, but we love everything that we do. Any of the board members, you can ask them, they just absolutely love it. It's very rich.
Excellent. Welcome back. We have with us now Cleveland, the president of the Jamaican Foundation of Houston, the man behind all of this great work with a great team as well. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing, letting us be part of this wonderful night, the 50th anniversary of Jamaica independence in Houston. Please let me know, how does that feel?
Well, it's a very good feeling. Not just because we're having this celebration here, but because of what we have achieved over that period of time. And to think that after 50 years, we are still a democracy. And the country keeps improving. And in spite of the bad times and the poor economies all over the world, the country still manages to survive. And most of us are doing fairly well here too. So I'm happy.
I'm happy too. I'm happy to be here, and happy to hear that regardless of the hardship that is going on out there economically, the global hardship of the economy, our Caribbean nations have managed to continue to survive, and Jamaica is one of them, that continues to grow 50 years and has much more to continue to provide to us.
See, we have a history of surviving hardships. If you take how we got here, how we survived until now, after 400 years, then going through hardships is nothing new for us. What is good about us is that we maintain a spirit of optimism, a spirit of continuing to build for the future. We never forget our past, but we don't dwell on it.
Don't forget the past, but don't dwell on it.
Yes.
Move forward and continue to embrace your culture and be proud of the things that you have experienced but look forward to see what else is coming.
Of course, because without the past, you really can't do anything about the future. You have to have some kind of measurement, something to compare it to. So we use the past to help us to plan the future, but not in a negative way.
Exactly. Please talk to me about this gala. Tell me, how did it came about? How did it happen? It was an effort, I know, of a great team. What does it mean after such hard work, know that it has turned out to be an excellent evening for everyone?
You know what? I have to give credit to the team, the committee that put it together, the gala committee. This is not our first gala. And we've been having a gala this size for at least 5-6 years. And what we found out is that if you work together, plan your activity, plan your venue, plan your food, plan everything, it is going to work out. We have people who do promotion, we have people who send out mail, we have people who go on the websites and Facebook and so on and promote the function. But what keeps people coming back every time is that each time they come, it's something that they really enjoy. And it has reached a stage now where all we have to do is announce that we are going to have it, and the people will come.
Working together and working as a team, unity, once again, keep us together.
It's our motto,
Yes.
Out of many one. We're different looking people, different classes, different races. But in Jamaica there's really only one race, and that is Jamaican.
Excellent. We have something similar in the Dominican Republic. Whenever they ask us, so are you black, are you Hispanic, are you we're Dominicans.
Yes.
And that's it, period.
Yes.
So I can relate to that, to your comment about there's only one race, the Jamaican race.
Yes.
In Jamaica. Now, what is the next step for the Jamaican Foundation of Houston? What is coming up?
Well, we started, this year we started, and it was to commemorate the 50th anniversary. We started our first reggae festival in Galveston in April. We plan to have this annually. We hope that this will help to spread our culture, which include our music, our food, and our attitudes, because one of the things that sells Jamaica the most is its people and how people relate to other people. If you visit Jamaica, you come to realize very quickly that we are very open and loving people. Of course, in every society, there are negative things, but I think our positives overcome our negatives.
Excellent. So we look forward to continue to see what else the Jamaica Foundation of Houston is going to bring for us and be there to support it. I know that scholarship is coming. I know there are several other events going on in order to support and celebrate the 50th anniversary of Jamaican independence. Any other remarks, any message that you want to send out to your community?
What I'll let you know is that we have a picnic coming up in August the 26th. We'll be having a picnic at Bear Creek Park, Pavilion 6. And of course, this is just a cultural activity. It's a fun thing. Bring out the families, and families can walk with their own food if they wish. Food will be available for sale. And we'll have games, we'll have, track games, fun games for the children. We'll have the bump, what do you call it, that bumper?
The bump things.
Yeah.
Children go in there and jump, escape my mind.
Whatever they call it. But that will be there.
Moonwalks.
Moonwalk.
Moonwalks, yes. That's what it is.
We hope that the children and the parents will enjoy themselves. And we share our togetherness, our camaraderie.
Definitely. Now that I remember moonwalk, I'll probably be getting on one of those. at that event. Perfect. So as you see it, Jamaica will continue to celebrate their 50th anniversary here in Houston and next week in Jamaica. So thank you so much for sharing this information with us, and once again being supportive of the culture, embracing our culture, embracing our music, and continue to stay together.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what a wonderful experience. The 50th anniversary of Jamaica independence. I'm speechless. I've seen, I've learned, I enjoy, I have embraced my culture. As a Caribbean, as a woman, as a professional, as an intellectual being, I have learned so many things that continue to embrace and make me want to continue the unity, the culture, the passion, everything that we do as Caribbeans. The 50th anniversary of Jamaica brings together here in Houston not only Jamaicans but Dominicans, St. Lucians, Colombians, Panamanians, you name it. If I keep going, I will not end tonight. But what I do tell you is that culture doesn't end. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you stay. It always follows you. Jamaica tonight was the example of 50 years of sovereignty, 50 years of democracy. Thank you for tuning us tonight. Thank you for letting us go in your house and bring you the 50th anniversary of Jamaica independence here in the heart of Houston.
True, We have to step up in the cleaner.